We'd like to welcome you all to another edition of the Side Dive Podcast. Your boys are back with another one. Tim, BJ, WeBJ, longtime Cyclone fans, and we are here to talk about that glorious event that happened this past weekend. If you watch this show, you know what we're talking about. We're talking about the Psy with a capital C, Hawk little H football game. And the good guys won. Didn't always look like it was going to be that way. I had my doubts going in with all the injuries. I really had some doubts in that first half. But heavens opened up. Sun was shining down on your boys, and they came through with a 20 to 19 victory. Glorious way it ended, but we'll get to that. You know, let's go back to the beginning. Yikes.
Dude, seemed like the same old movie.
Yeah, it was brutal.
I mean,
it was like watching Friday the 13th for the 8th time.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Noel necessarily made a bad decision not catching that punt, but to see it down inside the 5, it was just like, man, it was like, here we go. I think the team even thought that, like, you know, we can't get out of this.
And we talked about special teams, and it's like, oh, he's right off the bat. Special teams blows up the spot for them.
So did you thought that was a bad decision of him not to catch that?
I didn't think it was. I didn't think about it because I didn't think they were going to be able to down it.
Yeah, I mean,
so I wasn't. Then they down. I mean, when they downed it, of course, it's like, oh shit. Well, yeah, you should have caught it, but at the time, I mean, you know, you're a returner. You're told to. At least I was always told, put your feet on the back, your heels on the 10.
Well, he was inside the 10. He was like at the 7. So,
but you know, as a long-standing return man, he probably has more leeway than other people do to for his own discretion. You know, you'd hate to let that go, and you look up and the team has blocked it perfectly, and you could have gotten yards. So
yeah, and he reacted.
He
reacted like he was upset that he didn't catch it. Like I said, I thought it was going to go into the end zone too, but there we were. Because obviously, if it would have gone into the end zone and we're at the 20, that makes it a lot easier.
Those first few plays wouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
And
maybe,
but it wouldn't have it. You know, first and 15 from the 15 is a whole lot different than. I mean, I thought. I mean, for those of you who did not watch it, you know, we just talked about they pinned the ball down. Was it on the 2?
Yeah, I think so.
The one of the 2.
Yeah.
And we started off with a damn delay. Was it delay game?
Yeah. Well, no, it was.
Yeah.
No, that was the second play, right? The delay game was the second one.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We had the false start.
Yeah.
On the first play, and then actually it's not even an actual play,
right?
Because it was a false start, and then after the next event after the false start was a delay of game, and the false start did not bother me as much as the delay of game did because I thought Rocco was doing too much checking. You're on the 1. Ain't a whole lot of options. You need to get the ball forward. That's it. You're not checking into some 99-yard play. just get the ball forward so you can have a little breathing room. And I thought, I mean, what are you doing? I mean, that's not something you should be doing. That would be maybe if we had Moberly in or something like that. But you're a seasoned veteran. That's
I thought it was more of a case that they switched to the silent count. And they just messed it up. I think that's what that was. But
yeah, I don't know what it was. It was a nasty way to start the game, and it just exacerbated everything that I was feeling going into the game. Of, oh man, I mean, how you make a good defensive stance, and then they make a beautiful punt and coverage, and now your back's against the wall and bang penalty, and it's like, hey, yeah, I mean, really?
Yeah,
that's how we start in the game. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
But I mean, they got out of it, and nothing disastrous happened. No blocked punt or anything like that. So that was a worry. Yeah, no, it was a worry for sure. So, but that first drive was just a microcosm of the first half. Nothing happened. I mean, it was literally not a thing happened offensively for Iowa State. I can't even remember some of the stats that they were talking about during the first half, and that's probably selective. My brain won't allow me to retain those thoughts because it was so awful. Trying to black out traumatic events in your life, and watching Iowa State felt traumatic in that first half. I don't know what y'all thought.
Well, then, yeah, I mean, I thought the defense was doing well for what they were handed, but I thought we had some momentum there right before half. Then we get lined up for the field goal, and he doinks that. It's just like, yeah, like all. Oh, go ahead, BJ.
I was gonna say, I just kept thinking, this is obviously what Iowa wants, make it a field position game, and they're going to win this battle. As valiant as our defense was playing in that first half, I was like, eventually it's going to have to break if we can't move that ball. And I remember William texting at halftime, going, "What the hell are we going to score some points this game?" Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was looking bleak, very bleak.
Yeah, I mean that's Iowa right where they wanted. I mean that's their type of game. They
correct.
I mean they're and it's worked for them. If they get up by 10, it's like, I mean, it's almost like being up for some teams, being up 21 or something. So
true.
And they said what the stat was when they have a double-digit lead. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, actually, it's only like an 8-point lead. They're like 72-2 with it.
I knew it was astronomical.
Yeah.
Damn.
They don't lose when they're up double digits.
Yeah.
That is a perfect example of they do not lose. Damn. 72-2?
Yeah.
It's a good thing I didn't know that, because I was talking mad, after that game ended. Hey, I hit up Heather's family even.
Nice.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Hey, that reminds me of when Iowa State came to Lincoln and beat Nebraska.
Yep.
With they had 6-9 turnovers or whatever that game was.
Yep. Yeah, I think it was 8.
And Angie's family was having a party down in Plattsmouth, and Ty and I went straight from the game to that party. And I got the look from her of, okay, you've had your fun.
Yes.
Shut it down, because I was
you can't shut that down.
I was talking mad shit.
Dude, I
Um,
was like, well, you guys saw the text. I'm like, we gotta do a reaction. We gotta do a reaction. I'm like, damn, we're gonna wait till Wednesday to talk about this.
well,
True.
and the reason I did is because it was just if it wasn't a bye week, I would have said, yeah, let's do it.
Uh-huh.
But we would have left us with Arkansas State ain't going to be that interesting to talk about coming forward. But while we're taping this, the Cyhawk volleyball game is officially occurring.
Should be about
Cyclones
over.
are up 25. We're on the first set, 25-10, and they are leading in the second, 10-7. So 10-8 now.
Hawkeyes have a little fight. Okay.
Yeah. They from what I've seen, they're getting a little sneakier, a little trickier, trying to hit the quick hitters and all that. Not doing less setting, given Iowa, because Iowa State's setting up for the blocks well, and that's causing a problem for Iowa. So they're going for those quick hits before Iowa State can get set up. But so after that disastrous first series, Iowa State punts, and in the blink of an eye, and we mean 2 plays, boom, I was in the end zone with So then it's just like, now you feel that weight because you prefer, well, like we just talked about, they don't really give up. They don't give up leads.
Yep.
So and we know this as Cyclone fans.
Yep.
So you just felt that loss weight getting heavier, and they scored so effortlessly, and that run was perfectly blocked.
Yeah.
And then Cooper took a horrible angle at it, but they sealed that line and linebackers perfectly. In that bad angle by Cooper left it, he cruised on in for the 27-yard touchdown. That were, and when I was, so while I was watching it, I was on Discord with a bunch of dudes. None of them were Cyclone fans, although you would never guessed it because Chef Jew was going ballistic.
Oh,
and he's a Husker fan, so that might have something to do. Well, he's a Husker fan, so he hates Iowa already. But his wife is an Iowa State alumna, so he goes to games and follows. So, but yeah, he was more hyped for the game during the game than I think I was, which was hilarious because I'm like, just to let you know, bro, I am not getting this hype for y'all when you play Colorado. I'm just letting you know. Okay, so don't think it's going to be a reciprocation kind of thing because it's not. So I was watching it with them, and they know I hate Iowa, but they also these dudes are like hardcore football fans, so they know all about Iowa and the defense and all that. So now they're worried for us.
So what do you think? What do you think? How are you feeling after they went for 2 and missed it?
After who?
Iowa.
Iowa went for 2.
Iowa pursued.
Well, 1, 2. It didn't make any difference to me because we were down.
Yeah.
And I was just, I was concerned, and so yeah, that the 2-point part didn't concern me as much as we just looked awful that first series, and then boom, they scored what was seemingly an effortless touchdown.
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking, when Cooper made that bad angle, the first thing I thought about was, I wonder if that had been different had Caleb Bacon been in the middle. Because I thought, because guys are asking me, what was what's your biggest fear? I'm like that dudes on defense are going to be overcompensating
Well,
because we're missing
yeah,
dudes, and that's the first thing I thought when Cooper took that angle was he tried, instead of making the safe play and going wide and forcing him in, he's going to try to cut this dude down.
Yeah, trying to make somebody else's play.
Yeah, and make a big play, get hyped up, get everybody hyped up, and it was a bad angle, and like shit, and dude was gone. So that was the first thing I thought of is like, everybody's kind of a little out of position because they're not used to being where they're at because certain people are gone. So
yeah, well, even Sadowski was out by then too. So because he was playing in the middle, starting that game. So what was it, second quarter when he got hurt? So you're just like, damn, yeah. But I don't know. For some reason, when they missed that too, it's just like, all right, I don't know. We can, we can still hang in this. I don't know. I wasn't ready to turn off the TV or nothing like that. I'll put it that way.
No, you took you. Well, I was. I think I texted you. I'm going to bed.
Yeah, I remember that.
Hey, now I remember the last time I said that during the Cyclone game, they came back and won.
Hey, you do what you got to do. You do what you got to do.
Forever be the jinx.
Yeah.
I'll be at a game and I'll be like, oh, shit. I'm going to bed. So they score, kickoff. We get into a 3rd and 2, and we get a false start. Like, great. Second series in a row, we got a damn penalty. Takes us 3rd and 7, and then Rocco gets sacked. Now we're punting again. Now I'm getting worried because 2 series in a row, we've done nil. Defense does their thing, bows up after giving up a first down. Cade McNamara's probably had in that first quarter probably had Michigan fans pissed, thinking, "Damn, this dude could be our QB right now." So, cause he started off on fire.
Yeah, like 7 or 8, something like that.
Yeah, and then they went to the run, clamped that down, and we forced them into another punt. 3 plays later, pick. And I saw that pick coming because he didn't turn his head at all. He locked in like he was a 6th grade quarterback, and the OC said throw it to Johnny because he looked at Noel and looked at him all the way. Now, what's crazy on that play is, and you can just barely see it on the replay, if he turns his head to the left, touchdown. Because
yeah.
You can see that slot. Yeah. It was 2 Cyclones on one defender, and that corner had already committed to Higgins. And the safeties were nowhere in sight. And all he had to do was peek and fling his arm because it was about to be a touchdown because that dude was just streaking wide open, and I'm like, oh my God. But it wouldn't be a Cyhawk game without a turnover, and we delivered it. And shout out to the defense; they bowled up, held them to a field goal, and and now I'm sitting there thinking, how much can the defense hold up? How much can they hold up? So we're sitting at 10-0. We're in the second quarter. How are y'all feeling?
Oh, second quarter?
Yeah, dude.
No. Yeah, dude, no. Shit, I was like, skip to the 4th. Come on, let's go. Second quarter, I'm feeling.
We already talked about the first half, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that second quarter, dude.
We said about the first half.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it was bad, but it started going bad for Iowa as well. Their offense after that bang bang, which was helped out by the Cyclones, pretty much gift wrapped. Those 10 points were gift wrapped to them by Iowa State's offense. Their offense started sputtering. I mean, to the dude in fantasy football who had Iowa and Iowa State in that first half had to be giddy because he was racking up all kinds of points. But yeah, back and forth, 3 plays and punt, 5 plays and punt, 6 plays and punt. It was just going back. The punters were getting the workouts, and shout out to that punt team. They weren't getting them blocked. And then they get the field goal late in the half and taking it to 13-0. There's actually 1:11 left, and then boom, here go the Cyclones moving the ball down the field. You're like, ooh, we're about to get something here. And doink, Conradi off the left post. That's that. End of the half. We're down 13-0. And the dudes I'm watching it with said, one of the dudes is like, I want to say something, but I'm afraid of him, so I ain't going to say it. I was like, nah, man, shit, go ahead and say whatever. And he was like, y'all ain't going to score. And I said, well, I go, you know what? Normally I might be offended, but you from Florida, so you don't really know anything about this game. Iowa State's not going to get shut out. I said, there's just too many weapons over on that side for them to get shut out. Now, we might lose, but we're not getting shut out. They're getting in the end zone. They're getting something. Something is going to happen. It's going to break Iowa State's way. I said, and it might come from the defense. I said, but somebody's scoring on the Iowa State side. We're getting a touchdown, and I could hear the skepticism, but I at least knew that much. Our guys get the ball coming out. Boom, 3 and done. They get nothing. Johnson had that 3-yard run, and they had no gain, incompletion. Boom. That's what, and we had talked about that when we were previewing it. If you can shut Johnson down, shut that run game down, period, early, and force McNamara to win the game, that's what we wanted. Shit, I said that if they throw for 300 yards and beat us, cool. And we saw why. And we saw why Michigan's got a walk-on now at quarterback. Because Cade McNamara is Cade McNamara. Hey, shout out to you Hawkeye fans. I got a question. How y'all feel about Spencer Petras now? I mean, I'm just saying, what was that other boy y'all ran out of there who was backing up Petras? Bet y'all might wish to have his ass right now, too. Because Cade McNamara ain't it. That boy went from classy to ashy somewhere in the middle of halftime. He went in the pits. And so did your damn vaunted run game and your defense while we're at it. So now we're into the part where I get to talk some shit. Y'all had the first half and we had the second half. Oh, and how sweet it was. So y'all came out, had your 3 and out. Your boys got the ball in the 17, drove that down, stalled. That's cool. lined up, field goal, bang, we good. Now, why my shit jump like that?
He looked
Where
a
am
lot
I
better.
at?
He looked a lot better on that one.
Who did?
Girardi.
Oh no, you know what? I'm ahead of myself.
No, you're good.
No, I jumped ahead. I don't know why the whole thing jumped ahead on me. We started with the ball.
Right. Yeah, we started with the ball, went out.
In the second half. Wait a minute. Why is this all fucked up for me? I don't know. Something's fucked up. We started with the ball in the second half.
Yes, because that's what sucked about
Okay,
missing the field goal in the first half.
that's right. We went 3 and out. They got the ball feeling hella good. And then pick. Darian Porter makes that pick. And that probably changed the game.
Oh, for sure. I mean,
And what's wild is I can't. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, it seemed to me they were trying to go out for the knockout punch with that pass. So, yeah.
And
I mean,
it's
there was
funny you said that because when I was scrolling through Twitter, it's probably the next day. I saw. I don't know if it was John Walters or Williams or which one of those dudes put up a video of that play, and they said they were trying to end us with that kind of wheel route to the tight end, which is what Texas used against us last year.
Yeah, so now, yeah.
It was the same. It was the same play, and they're like, "Oh, Iowa State was ready for it." I mean, it looked like we had 16 dudes back there. Anybody could have intercepted that damn ball.
Yeah,
they sniffed that out like shoot, like the oh, I can't think of what the damn cartoon was with the hounds, but yeah, the Clue Club. So yeah.
All right.
That's your Saturday morning cartoon reference. Google that for you youngins out there that don't know. Yeah, sniff that all out. It was the pick, and then Iowa State drives it down, and then that you too little moment that dude's probably got to have to replay in film study for a little bit. The touchdown pass to Higgins when he just reaches in there and takes that dude's interception and just says, "Give me that shit," and just snatches that shit away from him. Keeps his feet in bounds for the 6.
Hey, wait, but I thought what was huge leading up to that was Jackson, number 12. They put him in. I don't remember seeing him in the first half. And
no,
dude, he was running. He was running hard in between the tackles. So
yeah, he had the 7-yard carry.
Yeah, he's the one that got us down.
That got them down to the 2.
Yep. But we
now wait, where's he to transfer from?
He's Eastern Michigan.
Eastern Michigan. Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah,
that's what I thought. But so yeah, in the video game they had him a burner at a 98 speed.
I don't know if he's. I don't know how fast he is, but dude, he's shifty.
I don't think he's faster than Sama, but
in small places. I mean,
that 7-yard run was Barry Sanders like with the dipping and diving, dodging.
Well, and as far as small as he is, he's only like 5'6". He's like 180, but he always finished forward. Yeah. So
see, K-State, y'all ain't the only ones that can corner the market on the little running back.
Yeah,
we got 1 or 2 now. So yeah, he definitely guarded himself some more playing time for going ahead. I'm acting like I didn't write shit down.
No, but I was like, last week we talked about how the Stars had to show out, and I thought that was the first example of it with Higgins taking that ball from that dude. It was just like, yeah, like you said, it was like taking candy on the playground or something.
No, exactly. Man, like, no, it's grown folks' business. Just give me that damn ball. And so yeah, no, that was big right there, because all of a sudden coming off the pick, and then you had that 13-7. It's a new ball game. I had to remind the people in the Discord. I said Iowa State would score, and now we're on the board and got all the momentum up in their house. So yeah, that was big, but it was short lived.
Yeah, I was gonna say the momentum wasn't there for long.
Yeah, they went down, drove down the field, and Johnson punched it in. So I mean, the big one was that 54-yard run.
Yeah,
that was a big play.
That one, I think Purchase had. He kind of took a bad angle. He would have had him in the backfield, but one thing I was thinking, it's good that guy. Well, I mean, I'll give our defense credit. We got some speed, because we're like used to Breece Hall. I don't think Breece Hall gets caught in any of those situations. That dude could have had four long touchdown runs. If our defense hadn't stuck with it, or if he was faster, But
yeah. So yeah, no, they scored their touchdown. Their fans are all happy. Looks like everything's going their way again. They got a double-digit lead, and we've already talked about what happens. And then poof, one play. And the announcers have been saying they need to let Rocco take a deep shot. Rocco's got to take a deep shot here, and then boom, Rocco takes the deep shot that any of us could have got to know, because he was wide open, blown coverage, all the hell. And
I'm not saying
blown on that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was a blown coverage. He was
expecting something. You're the safety. You gotta be anticipating deep.
Oh yeah.
And you blew your assignment.
But I'm just saying, he ran by an All-American linebacker and a 5-star safety that I'm sure they paid a buttload of money to get him there, and he made that dude.
Well, the safety was looking for something
he didn't have a
that
chance.
wasn't there.
I know, but he wasn't making up any ground either. I mean, there was no chance.
No. I mean, once he went by, once he got by him, it was just up to Rocco to get the ball out there. Nobody was catching nobody at that point, because you ain't gonna stop on a dime and turn around that fast and go by. Quick update: Cyclones won the second set, lead 2-0.
Nice.
And third set has just begun. It is 1-1. So yeah, one play and your boys are back in it. It's 19-14 at this point, and for the rest of the time, the only thing you're gonna hear us talking about is the Cyclone defense, because they took over.
It's 19-17 now, isn't it?
Well, not yet, because I jumped ahead with that damn field goal.
Oh.
From when it's still it's 19-14. And then we shut them down. So one stat I liked was, at this point, Caleb Johnson has 170 yards. he finished with 187. He had 17 yards for the next quarter and a half. And Iowa State got stingy as hell. That bend don't break that we usually used to seeing was flat out don't bend. And they didn't bend at all because Iowa had nothing going from Johnson's leg or McNamara's arm. What y'all see at the defense coming out in that second half?
Oh, just defensive line taking over to me. I mean, by the fourth quarter, you know. So, and Hickok's adjustments as far as taking away that outside run by the fourth quarter, you know, that they were killing us on.
True.
Oh yeah, because Orange and Singleton, they started getting that push, that normal Hawkeye push that their line gets in that second half of games when they're just road grading dudes. That was null and void. They were getting no help from the tight ends in the blocking game. Iowa State was filling the gaps. And we scored the touchdown. They had a 3 and out. You know, Cyclones had five plays, got to the 49 and had to punt. Another 3 and out for the Hawkeyes. Then the Clones get the ball, drive down, get the field goal. Now we're at 19-17, and I'm feeling real good. I'm staying cool. But I'm feeling good. Now, wait. So, VJ, where were you during the game?
I was here. We're watching Zeta's team play.
Okay.
So I was trying to watch it on the phone, and then watch Zeta on the TV.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
And you had a game watch price.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So now we're down 19-17. What's the atmosphere at the sideline?
Well,
compared to the first half.
The first half, yeah. It was a little vulgar in here. Everybody's pretty cool though. Everybody's pretty cool, you know. I don't know if that's just because like what we said before that you know, we kind of seen the movie before the first half. But no, the second half, obviously we're getting fired up and like I put on the rundown, the Juicy Wiggle actually made his debut at the side dive that day because Grandma, she's like after obviously we got to 17, she's like we need the Juicy Wiggle, and I was like I'll put it on. I was like Isabella has to teach us how to dance, you know, do the dance. So we busted that out. We all had a good time.
And y'all did the dance?
Oh yeah.
Oh man, we need a video of that.
It was on, yeah. So.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so that must have been what pulled it through, huh?
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
So the Clones get the field goal. Another 3 and out. Now it's the third 3 and out in a row for the Hawkeyes. A 5-play drive. We stalled out early, punted again. Then they start putting the drive together, and it's like, we might have a little trouble. Not a problem. Defense bows up, forces them to punt again. So, a lot of punting going on. Clones get the ball back. 3 and out. Another punt. Then they put together a drive. Was it 9-play drive? But it was all nickel and dime. They were just, and that's what I started getting worried on this job because they were just getting enough. If they needed 4, they got 4 on third down. Or if they needed 6, they got that back.
Yeah.
They just seemed to get by to get there, but then the defense bowed up and forced them to punt, which leads us to the dramatics. 33 seconds.
How are you feeling?
I'm dead fucking silent. Thinking we need to at least have one big play. There's got to be one big play out of this that we need, and everybody's got to make sure they get out of bounds. I'm nervous as shit. I don't know if we're going to do it, but I was happy with who we had back there doing stuff.
Oh yeah.
So first play, you get the 10-yard pass to Noel, and then the big play that I was looking for, the 30-yard pass to Noel.
Wasn't there one in the middle though? Wasn't there? They had a short out. They threw the short out, and the guy didn't quite get out of bounds.
No, that was after.
Yeah.
Oh, that was after.
Okay. Was after that? Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So that little slight move that Noel put on that dude was just perfect.
See, that's
it was perfectly done to make that to freeze that dude's mind, because he doesn't know. There were so many different ways Noel could have gone with that route, and I don't think that dude was that wasn't the route that dude was expecting, and he got burnt bad.
And you know what?
Rocco found him.
That dude's another All-American too.
And yeah, he was out in no man's land, and that's not even real. That's not even a route. I mean, that was a receiver knowing what to do as opposed to running a route.
He ran out and up. I mean,
but it wasn't that. It wasn't that traditional out and up. It was just some kind of, shit, this dude's shading me too much. And he's giving up too much. It's like when you're playing basketball and all of a sudden you gotta cut to the back door because this dude's overplaying. That's more what it was like. I can cut this route up, and Rocco placed that shit perfectly in there. He scoots down the sidelines, gets out, and it's like, oh, shit. Forced Iowa to call a timeout to regroup themselves. Then we had the play to Bramer.
Okay.
Which went for 2 yards, and he didn't get out of bounds. And it's like, God damn, man. Rocco clocks it. There's 9 seconds left. And it's like, okay, well, now what? It's out there, man. You know, dude's already missed one. Randy's made one, but he also missed one. And young dude, first side hawk, you're kicking into that rabbit section of theirs. Shit. I thought he was going to try to get one more play in. And so I really wasn't paying attention. I was like kind of looking at another game. And I looked back and
what? You look at another game when there's 10 seconds left?
Well, I thought they were going to line up for another play, so I wasn't expecting a field goal.
Well, yeah, they couldn't line up for another play because he didn't get out of bounds. I mean, yeah.
Well, no, I mean when he clocked it, there was still 9 seconds left.
Oh, you thought they were going to run another play?
I thought that they were going to try to get another quick few yards.
Huh.
Yeah. So I wasn't expecting him, and then when they came lining up, I was just like, they're gonna call a timeout. I mean, of course why wouldn't you ice the kicker? You know, I mean,
because last time he did it, the dude missed, and then Cole net, and then he made the next one, won the game.
So he does not ice the kicker. We get the snap, the hold down, the kick is up, and it is hella good. Shit, that looked like he could have hit from 60.
No, easy. Yeah.
Yeah,
Lots of adrenaline.
yeah. He pounded that ball, and that shit went through the uprights.
So how are you feeling when he walked out there?
I mean,
Nervous.
when they,
Yeah.
oh yeah, for sure.
So VJ, were you at a point where you could watch it while it was going on?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you were watching the last kick. So you were. For some reason, I was confident. I don't know why. I don't know if it was the way he looked on the one he made, but for some reason I felt good about it. And dude, yeah, he smoked that thing right down Main Street. So
well, I thought Campbell's not going to put him out there if he doesn't have this kind of a leg.
But no, I mean that's what the talk coming out of camp was. That
So
had a strong leg, and
because that's why I thought that they would try to go one more play to get a few more yards. I mean, you could get off a 5-yard out. I mean, have Bramer line up on the outside and run a quick out. Like if he doesn't catch it, or only he can catch it with his big ass, or it's an incomplete. You still got time now. You can line up and still kick it.
Yeah.
But when he rolls him out there, when he rolls him out there, I'm like, cool. If he's comfortable, then I'm comfortable.
Yeah.
I mean, man hasn't steered us wrong in the time that he's been there. So no point in me starting to doubt him now. So yeah, he kicks it through. Then now I'm worried though, because there's still time on the clock, and you're talking about Iowa's special teams.
Yeah.
And I mean, only school I think would have a better history of special teams than Iowa might be Virginia Tech. So I'm worried now. If it was me, if I wasn't positive, I could kick that shit out the end zone. I was kicking that shit out of bounds. I wasn't swimming nothing. And then they did. And I'm holding my breath.
Yeah.
And they get down. And once they get down, I saw where they were. I was like, oh, this shit's over. This shit's over like Rover the Casanova. I'm like, I don't even know if that dude could even get it there.
That was my thought.
They might have to go Stanford band if they're gonna get in the end zone. I don't think he can get it there, get it down there.
Honestly, I was surprised that they tried to throw a Hail Mary. I thought they would do some like Vernon said, some rugby stuff and try to, make it crazy.
Well, guess what? Next time if that situation occurs, they probably will. That shit went higher in the air than it did down the field. I'm like, he threw that shit like somebody was controlling him playing that old school track and field game when you're trying to throw the javelin up in the air and hit the chandelier to get the extra 1,000 points.
Jeez.
That's what that shit looked like.
Oh man.
That's what that shit looked like. He threw that in the air and I started laughing. I'm like, this dude looked like he was the quarterback for a bunch of kids playing 500 rather than trying to win a damn game.
It definitely looked like that, yes.
And it allowed Darren Porter to get his second interception of the game. I ain't gonna lie. He grabbed that and I'm like, run! I'm like, look, all the speed's back behind you. All they got is McNamara and then 5 linemen. Run that bitch down and get more damn points. I want to rub it in their goddamn faces. I ain't gonna lie. But that's the pettiness on my part. And It was game blouses. So you know what it means.
Yes.
It's a Cyclone State, baby.
Damn right.
Woo-wee. And I love the quote of Campbell after the game when they asked him about the game, and he said, "We played tougher for longer."
Oh yeah.
Because he's like, we know what kind of game it's going to be when this game is played, and you got to be tougher for longer, and we played tougher for longer. And I was like, oh, that's I'm right. I'm writing that shit down because I want to remember that because it's a truer. There's not a truer statement when it comes to this damn series.
Yep.
Especially if you take out the cyclone airs that we normally have.
I liked it. I liked it when they interviewed Rocco on the field, and he he talked about the game, but then right at the end he was like, "Well, it's on to the next one." It was just like we're done with this.
Yeah,
So I thought
and it's the and it's honestly the mindset that you gotta have. I'm happy it's over. I'm ready to move on because why? Because Iowa State's got tougher games coming.
So I know you being in Omaha, William, you probably don't get much of this, but BJ, did it seem to you like everybody, like both fan bases were tight all week? I mean, like people you talked to really didn't say much, or did you get any of that sense from Hawkeye fans?
No, up here, the Hawkeyes were confident. Up in
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Talking it up, huh?
Yes, they were. Yes, reminding me of the record, what the record was, and how bad we've been doing lately, and yeah. So that's why I did make some personal phone calls and video messages to Hawkeye fans.
Yes. Yeah, it's definitely quiet this week, I suppose, up there.
Yeah, it's black and gold country up here.
I know. I haven't seen any Hawkeye gear in the gym yet this week, so that's kind of nice.
Oh man.
Yeah, pretty quiet.
So, but I mean, on Twitter leading up, like I said, there was some nastiness going on, but I think playing that sad ass Illinois State team, it gassed them up.
Oh well, they saw their team score.
It gassed them up, thinking, like you said, 40 points.
Yeah,
they're thinking, ooh, we got this offense now. Everything's gonna be good. Wait till we face the Cyclones with this newfangled offense, and it's like, what's actually new about it? Because let's not forget, Kirk Ferentz says, I don't care who the OC is. They're going to run my style of football. So it's not like the week before when they played Illinois State, they were set up in a five wide and were slinging it all over the place. No, the first half, their offense was horrid. Their offense in the first half of that game looked like their offense in the second half of the Cyhawk game. It looked like trash. And then Illinois State just got worn down.
We don't need to talk about them.
But I mean, but I'm just saying. So coming off of that game, they were ultra confident.
Oh, for the Twitter stuff, yeah. So,
yeah.
Yeah. So do you think this? I think our team figured itself out that game. I think they know what they're about now. First game, I don't think you couldn't really figure that out against that team. Where like what you were just saying, Iowa thought they had themselves figured out, and it wasn't even close. So
You know, back to the drawing board for them. Lucky for them, they've got an easy schedule. They only got one more super tough game going forward.
Hey, one other thing I was thinking about, we've had all these guys hurt, and we've got this bye week coming up. Do you guys think during camp, knowing that they had the bye week after this game, that they were extra physical during camp, knowing that they had the early bye week, so that's why we have more guys dinged up?
I guess I'd have to know how they got hurt before I know how physical they went in camp. I mean, you want your team to be physical, but not to the point where dudes is getting hurt. But I don't know. I'd always like to have everybody healthy for Cyhawk, and anytime you play a damn Dakota school, I always want everybody available. But I mean, yeah, I don't know. I didn't pay attention to a lot of the practice reports, so I'm not.
Well, no, I mean, you don't get much. I mean, it was just something I thought about. It just seemed, because actually at work before the game, talking to some Hawkeye fans, I'm going over all our guys that are hurt, and they're just like, damn, But I just wondered if since they knew that they had this bye week coming up, that they knew that they would be able to get, if they had to, get people ready, with that early bye. So, but anyway.
Yeah. So let's the good guys won 24-20. Preseason picks. What's funny is I think we always differ. It's always me and Pipes together, and VJ is the dissenter when we pick this game every year. So Pipes and I had the Clones winning, and VJ had the Hawks. The score was.
But see, he didn't you switch? Oh no, preseason, yeah.
Almost.
I was joking about switching.
Okay.
So, Pipes, you had it 13-12. Clones, VJ 23-17. The Hawks. I had it 20-17 for the Clones.
So I had the 1 point, but you had the 20.
Yeah. You had Rocco or Green as your MVP. VJ, you had Rocco. I had the D line. I mean, Porter had the 2 picks.
Yeah.
Didn't he get an award too?
I'm not sure.
Something special. No, he was graded high or something.
Yeah, he was the highest graded D-back this week by PFF.
That's what I saw.
Conradi got Special Teams Player of the Week, and he's
91.3.
Yeah.
Defense, and his coverage is 92.7.
Now we know why he was listed ahead of Purchase to start the season.
What's funny is I was watching the game of those dudes, and I say, hey, here's the thing is, I said I'm pissed because they gotta get fucking Miles Purchase in his goddamn game. He's gonna be big in this damn game. And right when I was complaining about that, Purchase comes in and made a big stop where it was either a pass deflection or a tackle, one of it. And I was like, of course, I was like, see, I told you. I was cussing it and going on, motherfucking ring. Oh, and I was, arms were swinging. I told you. Like I do, this is what I do. And yeah, so I'm like, yeah, man, get Purchase in the damn game. Score update, third set. Hawkeyes are up 23-19. Iowa State serving. Yeah, I mean, is Porter the MVP?
I don't know. Is it the dude? I'm going with the kicker, man.
I can't give it to the kicker. I got to give it to the defense. Sorry,
Defense?
damn dog.
No, you cool. I mean, what they did to that run game in that second half, what they did to the whole offense in that second half.
Yeah.
Because McNamara looked like he had no business being at a Division One, let alone Power 5, Power 4 school.
Yeah.
They made him look silly.
Yep.
And so yeah, okay. Hawkeyes took the third set. So we go one more.
So you saying MVP for the whole defense?
I mean, if not, I would bring it down to the defensive line, but I would say it's the whole defense. I mean, and we have to give them credit in the first half as well, because that could have easily gotten out of hand.
Yeah.
For sure. They did the thing in the first half for sure too.
Correct. That, and I mean, it feels rah-rah-ish to say this, but I mean, it was a next man up mentality, total team effort on their part. Folks stepped up. Several people had big plays or big stops or pressure. That's why I'm saying it's a defense, because all 4 quarters, even though Iowa did have a dude that went off, yeah, like you just said, William, they did their thing. The Iowa State Cyclones defense did.
Yeah, it was like.
So, go ahead, Pipes.
Oh no, that dude had a great game, and if you would have told me that we would have given up 187 yards to their running back, I thought our defense would have had a horrible game. But it was like, I mean, obviously that guy couldn't finish off the long ones, No. So our defense, I never gave up, I don't know but so yeah, I can't argue with you.
I mean, he had 187, and 81 of those came on 2 plays.
Yeah.
So, and those were some wide lanes he had. I mean,
so now you take out those 2. Now you're at 23 carries for just over 100 yards. So that's a little bit different.
Yeah.
And I like the way you put it too. The defense went from can y'all hear Luna? The defense went after I said I was going to go get her again. The defense went from bend don't break to not bending. I'll be right back. Daggone it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. So. But yeah, that second half, team effort, both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
And the special teams.
Yep.
Everybody came through. And I'll tell you one thing I was concerned about, and I was actually even more than the injuries, I was more concerned about how our OC against our new OC versus their seasoned DC.
Oh yeah.
How are the adjustments going to be? And he adjusted just fine.
Honestly, I don't even know if he really adjusted. I just think we stopped making mistakes. We stopped shooting ourselves in the foot.
Yeah.
Because
I thought some of the play calls were a little scratchy. Like there was one play where it was like 3rd and 4 or something, and we tried to go left to right with Hansen instead of.
I remember that. Yeah.
Sama or Jackson. I'm like, what?
Well,
what are you doing?
It wouldn't have mattered who was out there running on the edge. We weren't running on the edge against them.
But at least would have given somebody a chance to do something shifty.
I agree.
And that was more of, I'm like, no, if you're gonna do that, then you got to have somebody who's elusive out there, because they're gonna have to do something elusive if they're gonna get the first down on that. So. Yeah. Like me trying to do a sweep with John Riggins. That ain't gonna work. That ain't his style. That's not Hanson's thing. He catches the ball and he goes up the middle. He's not running counters and all that kind of stuff. But No, I think everything just went in Iowa State's favor in that second half, and that's good for Cyclone fans everywhere.
Yep.
We got to celebrate the win, and they're out there seriously lamenting the what ifs, because I said in that preview, if they lose this game, they have zero shot. That they have to run the table, and that means beating Ohio State. Not going to do. To have a chance to get to the playoffs, because their strength of schedule is just so awful that they're going to have this Iowa State game. That's why I said it should mean more to them than it does to us.
So that being said, so how we feeling now, heading forward after what you saw? How do you guys feel about us in the Big 12 and our schedule?
You're muted.
You muted, BJ.
Man, the dog's not barking.
Yeah.
I'm afraid to change anything just because preseason I went 9-3. So even if I'm feeling better, I don't know that I'm feeling better to say we're going to go 10-2 now or 11-1.
Yeah.
So I'm staying pat where I'm at. But
yeah,
I do like what I saw.
Yeah, I guess I was just thinking. We're obviously not going to play in a more hostile environment. I mean, that's just,
I mean,
wait.
Virginia, like,
I was gonna say.
Yeah, but still, I mean, I don't think it's going to be like.
And Utah.
But still, that's not like, so when we play Utah, they play BYU the week before. I'm pretty sure, and that's the I mean, that rivalry makes ours look like like patty cake. Those people are nuts. So they've got to go through that the week before. Then we roll into town. It's not going to be like that. Atmosphere is not going to be like Iowa City.
A lot for them is going to also depend upon what their record is. Do they still have a chance? Because that's their next to last game. Are they still going to have a chance at a college football playoff?
Right.
So if they do have a chance, oh yeah, that stadium's going to be rocking.
Yeah.
Because I'm not sure if that's their senior day or not.
No. Yeah, I think it is, because I think their last game is they play at Central Florida. So yeah, true.
Yeah.
True.
So that's also going to be their senior day, and who knows? Cam Rising may or may not get honored. They might figure out how to get himself a 37th season, and no, that stadium's going to be rocking. So will West Virginia. I mean, but I like the fact that they, like you said, went into an extremely hostile environment. I mean, that's, in terms of rivalry games, that's up there in the hostility.
And then, and what they did to that defense, when we got it together.
Oh yeah,
I
mean that should let everybody else's defense know. Okay, they turned around and moved the ball on Iowa, which a lot of people, except for the Michigan, Ohio States, and the Penn States, nobody else did that.
Right.
But those teams are all so laden with 5-star players and dudes that can, got jet strapped to their backs.
And I think that's another thing is, Iowa's defense. Yeah, there's not another team. I mean, Utah's defense is comparable, but I still don't know if they're as good as Iowa's. So, I mean, like I said, I don't know if I'd change my prediction, but I like us going into the Big 12 season.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. So Iowa State leads the fourth set early, 5-3. Going forward, perfect time to have a bye. You're coming off a big emotional win, comeback win even. So it's nice kind of not to have to roll into another game immediately, have to reset so fast. Gives the team time to decompress from a victory and the way it happened. And they're getting all the love in the world on campus right now. So now we get that extra week to kind of, okay, let's sit back and refocus, I guess is the word I was looking for before this next string of games, because there's not another bye for a while.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's off this week. Then we got Arky State coming the following week, and then you hop in the Big 12 play on the road at a Houston team who looked better than their first game, or Oklahoma looked worse than their first game.
Yeah,
So
that's hard to tell.
I mean, I also know Oklahoma's missing their top wide receiver. I know because he's sitting on my bench in fantasy football. I'm pretty sure that has something to do with it. And Houston was probably embarrassed.
Yeah,
because they got embarrassed at home by UNLV. I watched a lot of that game, and at no point did they look like they wanted to be anywhere on that field.
They're playing UNLV.
For your home opener, it's just like, ugh, gross. But so yeah, I'm sure that they had a little something extra for that game. But 2-0. 2-0. Better than 1-1. It's better than 0-2.
Hey, we still have to get out of September without the stumble. I think Campbell's only done it once, and it was 100 acres last time they beat Iowa. So
yeah. I mean, because guess what? It was Ohio last year.
Yeah.
But that was directly after Iowa though game, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So nice. So I think it's good to have this week off to celebrate that win and then get the guys refocused and get ready for Arkansas State.
And Arkansas State has to go to Michigan this week. So.
Oh, well,
that's going to be hostile.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whew. Good. Hey, come out there alive, Arkansas State, because they're reeling, they're feeling it. So
it's gonna be
it could be a mash unit up there. Yeah, man, it was a glorious week. It kicks off the Cyhawk series, which the Cyclones are now up 1-0, which has got to be completely disheartening for the Hawkeyes, because they always count on this early lead of having 1-0 football to them. But now you come out the gates with football, and now it's 9-5 Iowa State in the volleyball game. So it looks like if this holds up, that it's going to be 2-0 in the Cyhawk series for the good guys. So yeah, man. Anybody got any final thoughts on Cyhawk before we turn the page on them black and yellow bastards? I had to get some. I had to get one in there. I had to get one in there.
Feels good to be back living in the Cyclone State,
Yeah.
It's good to be the king.
Go Cyclones.
Go Cyclones.